start streaming. Okay, I'm getting crazy amount of backlight, but that's just gonna be how it is. Unless I like turn it. Let me see if I go this way. Is that a little bit better? Might be. Move that. Okay. Should be a lot better now in terms of lighting. I don't really know if my left side is necessarily the most cool. We have my background there. Yeah, I don't think this is my best lighting, the best angle of my face. Dude, like the other day, hold up, let me get camera to focus. The other day I hit my nose like pretty bad and this like got snagged. So now I have a bump. It hurt. I did it on stream the other day, like a while ago, and like I knew I was gonna get a irritation bump, and I've been trying my best to like upkeep. I mean, there's only so much you can really do. But it sucks though. I hate doing it. I'm getting another haircut because, I'm getting a haircut at 4 and I figured I'd stream today because it is Saturday. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I got really busy doing a few other things. I was recording a vlog. But, the reason, okay. I don't remember last time what I had talked to with all y'all before, but prior I had mentioned about making a video about how you grow your hair out, because I get a lot of questions about how to grow out your hair, and that was kind of the main plan of me getting a haircut just in general. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. So for the main thing, I get a lot of questions about how I grew my hair out, how I had it. You know, there's always these questions about what I do. Hello, Naeem. Do I listen to Mac DeMarco? No. Look, it's just a maintenance cut, all right, guys. It's not going to be anything insane, all right? I guess you guys are going to see like I left my door open. I usually have that closed, but so the plan of action here is I want to teach people how to grow your hair out, because I don't think a lot of people know how to grow it out, and people have awkward phases when they grow their hair out, and it's like really gross. But if you see my cursor here, see, I could point to my hair, but we have this like wave going. This is typical when my hair grows out a little bit longer. But I am going to need a maintenance cut just in general, because my hair does get weighed down by the heaviness. It gets harder to work with. I guess we can only see my left side. I don't know if my left side's my good side, but yeah, at some point you will need to get this maintenance cut so that you have more control over your hair. Not everyone has the same hair texture that I have. Of course, this is like a normal thing. But, you know, I digress. Both sides are not I have one. Everyone has one good side. I think it's my left side. I think it's this side, but usually my hair is not this voluminous, but today it is for some reason. I did wake up. I put some water in it to kind of just deal with it. But I will tell you this right now, whenever I do try and style this hair, it does get really weighed down by product. And that's like one of the biggest annoyingest things that you have to deal with, like hair just in general. But most of the time when you get a haircut, you want to get a maintenance cut. There is no, I don't even know if there's really even a People would call this a wolf cut. I just call it grown out. But the thing is, let's see this side. Okay, so this hair here is the sides. This is grown out. So the sides are long. I'm trying to grab my hair. The sides are quite long, as you can see. And then this is the back. So we have the sides grown out. See, that's the sides. And then this is the top of my hair. So that is all layered into it, and then it blends in very nicely. My hair does get very poofy on the sides here because, again, I did wake up with this hair. But ultimately, when you get haircuts or when you're trying to grow your hair out, people get really annoyed at the process of actually dealing with the sides and also the top of the hair. Good morning, Sneeko. Thank you for the $2. No, I know it's on the stream screen. I have to point at things here with the mouse, you know. Do I ever tie it up? No, I don't. I don't really like tying my hair up in general. Also, just tying your hair up a lot, it does lead to the constant pressure on your scalp is not great for it. It can cause balding. FYI, if you didn't know that. But that's like constant. Also, it doesn't look good if I tie it up. I have curly hair. Can I make it less curly? No, you should be happy you big forehead. I only have a 3 head. See, that's where my hairline is. If I had a 4 head, my hairline would be up higher, which I would be fine with. I cut my hair with a knife, just the bangs. How can I know what my hair needs? Your hair texture, it's all dependent on that. Everyone has different like curl patterns, so. High eyebrows maybe? I think my face is pretty normal in terms of like spacing wise. I mean, how much lower should my eyebrows be? Like down to here? That's like I mean, also my hands are different, so I don't know. I think I have a pretty normal forehead. I also, like, the thing is, like, when you tie your hair up, you look like everybody else. I think it's boring. Herbal Essence? Never heard of it. Do I watch Tim DeSaint? I don't. No. These are all bad ideas. Look, I know how to grow my hair out. I've been doing it for so long. When I had the hair that I had, there's steps that you do. This length, like I'm telling you right now, sure my hair looks good right now, but like as soon as I like there's no product in my hair. That's the thing. Like I want to put product in my hair and I don't really like how it looks like this usually, but I suck at skincare routine when the nose heals from the yank and my skin's a little bit more clear, you know. I could do skincare routine. People might listen to me if I've nicer hair. I didn't cut my hair. My hair hasn't been cut yet. It's still long. It's grown out since the last time we saw it. I need to get, they're called maintenance cuts. You need to get maintenance cuts. So my hair has not been layered. The haircut that I got prior, I didn't get it layered at all. So my hair could be a lot more voluminous. Look, I'm telling you right now, my hair seems fine, but like it could use more shaping. Like there's a lot more that could happen. Jacket ID, you're not gonna find it. Actually, these sell for actually cheap. So this is a DS and wait, sorry. This is a Dolce & Gabbana D&G hunting jacket. This thing, I've seen it go for like $250, a few like $100. It's like not that expensive. My end goal is to grow it back out to like how I had it originally. That's kind of what I'm doing. Do you think you could be a hairstylist for Hogwarts? Split end gangs. I don't. I'm not entirely sure if I have damage on my ends, but like again, maintenance cuts are your best friend. You're always gonna want to get maintenance cuts. Always. Like, it doesn't matter what length of hair you have. You're always gonna want to get maintenance cuts because you got split ends. You need shaping. You need to like thin areas out because things could be really thicker. It also just helps with longevity of the hair when it grows, because if this continues to grow, it'll make all this flat. My hair is just short enough for it to still continue to have volume, but when it gets longer, it's not setting it up for a good foundation. So you want to build a foundation with your hair always. So I talk about this in the video that I'm currently filming, that I've filmed already, but I'm currently just working on. Now I have to go get the actual haircut. I have to commit. So I'm gonna get the top cut shorter so that I have a more fun time working with it. I'm probably gonna get the back a bit thinned out, and whatever else is recommended. Layered and textured is like the two things that you'd always want to get with your hair always. But yeah, this is a Dolce & Gabbana hunting jacket from '04, I think. Yeah, I got a piercing bump because I like yanked my my piercing like twice, unfortunately. So I have to. I've been putting saline on this red dot. This happens on like nose piercings often, or like cartilage, from what I'm assuming. This sucks. It's so nasty because like I'll like go out and I'm like, God, I have like a piercing bump, and it's like it matches with my other like smidge of acne on my forehead that I'm getting. So awesome. Yeah, this jacket's cool. I've owned this for about almost a year. I got it a while ago. It's the other it's the only color, I mean, besides white and a few other pieces that I own, but I do wear this like pretty often if I'm just going out and I need something to throw on. It also surprisingly keeps me warm because I think it is it's lined, but I think it has down in it, so it's pretty nice and it fits pretty well. It's also like a bit cropped on me, as you can see. See, look at that. Look at the cropping on that. This is a size L, I think. I think it's a large, but it has a bunch of pockets that I don't utilize at all. I only use sometimes for my wallet or headphones. But yeah. My pants, so these are my favorite pants I've purchased. Like, I've been wearing these often. I wear these if I'm just going out. Like, if I just need a quick throw on something. This is like, these are my Yoji wide pants. Big wide pants. They're like 34 inseam, so I get heel drag on them, unfortunately. Get some, get the back, you know. I got some pants that make my ass look crazy huge, like caked up, but they're pleated, so it creates some nice shaping. They are bleached. There's some bleach stains on this. I did get this second hand, of course, but they're pretty cool. They're very wide. I think I'd have to like back up pretty far, but they're very wide pants. They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. I wear them often. Yeah, I have these like Capital pants that I picked up the other day and makes me look crazy caked up. Might be like really cautious wearing those. I don't know. Without looking like a gang member. It's just how you style it, really. I also recently, so I've been wearing my Patient Zero bag like a little bit too often. Don't blame it on the bleach. I'm sure it's bleach. But you know, as many of you guys know, This is the Patient Zero bag that we designed and made for the clothing project that I got going on for a minute. And I've been wearing this quite often, and I use the pockets for my cameras and stuff when I go film or for film pictures that I like taking. And this bag has done me a lot of justice. It has rear zips, this discontinued Exuma lambskin leather. This is the first, not necessarily the first, but like the first sample before we've had the finalized piece done. And so this is like number 1, and number 2 was like the actual final piece, and that's the staple that we have on it. This is like my favorite bag that I love wearing all the time, but I needed to get another bag because, again, I kept using this too often. I needed to maybe, like, if I wanted to store a jacket or something with me, so I got this sack. And it has these double straps on it, which is actually super cool when you put it on. I hate pickup videos, but I just wanted to show my 2 bags. This one bag that I got, but pickup stream. No one be influenced into buying anything, but I had been looking for this bag for a minute. So it has these 2 straps. It has the, as you can see, it's pretty sick. Like, that's on body. You look pretty cool. Strapping. You got the sack on the behind there. It's pretty cool. And then it has this, like, I love the leather detailing. So like when you're wearing all black, it has a different texture going on, especially if you're wearing more leather. This looks really cool. I mean, I'm wearing green, but I don't think it really matters too much. This is so there's 2 versions of this bag. So this is a Yohji bag. The older version is horse leather, and it's a lot bigger. This one's cattle, or cow skin. It's a cow leather. It holds a lot of stuff. So it has a front pocket here. It has these 2 like little handles, so like I guess if you wanted to carry it like this, like so, and it has a big zipper, but it holds a lot of stuff, and you can also just open this as well like this. If you want to like access your bag, you just open it, but obviously you keep that closed. Keep this down. It's pretty cool. It's a cool bag. The horse leather one's a little cooler. It's bigger, but I think this is a decent size for this, for me personally. This bag cost about, I think the tags are still in this. I ended up copying this off off secondhand. It is 95,000 yen. If this focuses, can this focus? Focus. Can you focus? I think it's like face tracking me right now. Hold up, let me. 95,700 yen. That is the item code. If you want to look it up, whatever. Those are some of the tags. There's other tags in here. Is this the same? Hold up. It is, yeah. But yeah, it is Yohji pour homme. Of course, a lot of money. Cow leather. I'm not trying to sell product. I don't think anyone needs this bag. It's just something that I picked up. If you find it for lower than 400, I'd recommend purchasing it. But anything higher than that, I would not buy it. I think I've seen it on Grilled for about 600 or 800, I think. Personally, wouldn't buy it. My friend actually got that bag off the RealReal. Is it real leather? No, I'm not. I'm actually not using any hair product. It might be from the hair product that I used yesterday, but I did wake up like this. Well, not necessarily like this. I put some water in my hair because I didn't want to look like an ingrate walking into the salon. They are going to shampoo and condition my hair as I would typically do, so I don't want to wear a beanie. That's a great question. Are cows real? I'm not entirely sure. The real Sasuke. What is the name of my haircut? I think people would call it a wolf cut, but I don't think that's what it is. Do I still go to the gym? I've been going to the gym, yeah. I've been considering making a video about my progress so far. I've been busting it crazy at the gym. Like my arms are like destroyed. I haven't gone this hard in a minute, but you know, it shows some progress right now about how big I am, but you know, can't really flex on stream like that right now. It's not a wolf cut. What is it, my good sir? Yeah, bro, we want no closed gym stream. What is it? What is it? Please tell me. I don't know. Like, okay. I think people have a convoluted idea of like what a wolf cut is to begin with. And you know, it's confusing, you know. It's very confusing. I'm on stream right now. Okay, so there's like so many different things that like we could look at here. Does my tattoos have meaning? Of course they do. Of course they have meaning. I just don't feel like talking about them. Every tattoo I have on my body's there's some sort of meaning behind them, but we have a lot of variation here with like the haircuts. I also think my hair, like one of my videos like pops up at some point in this. Like we go to wolf cut. It's like men. There it is. There's my dumb video, my old video. A gym stream would be cool. I don't know if my gym would let me, like, genuinely, like, go into the gym. I also don't know if I'd be that comfortable doing that. I'd be, like, so weird. It might be fun. I'd be, like, I don't know. I'm, like, weird in public settings. Not surprising. I don't know, like, it's just, like, is this a wolf cut? Like, that's not even that long, personally, like, for the back. That's not a wolf cut. Like, that's a K-pop style. Like, to me, this is more wolf cut. But, like, it's such a weird, like, this is long back, long sides, long top, long back. Like, the sides aren't even that long. It's just a longer back. It's like a grown-out mullet, almost. I mean, like, what would you, like, because there's mod cuts, and, like, people get mod, like, I don't know. That's a mod cut. That's not a wolf style. Like, that's a mod. And then grown out back. I see, I don't go to a private gym. I go to, like, a Blink. I go to a Blink 182. Like, I don't go to, like, that's not a wolf cut. It's like a grown out mullet. Sides. I don't know. I think like with women it's more like it's more consistent, like with very long sides, long top, and then very long, like this looks like my old hair. Like if I was a woman, when I had longer hair, this is like literally how my hair looked. At least from what I was like seeing. This is Debbie Ryan. Yeah. Like you got the Billie Eilish in here. I'm not getting a buzz. I've had a buzz cut. I don't need to learn. I've learned my lesson. Like I've seen this girl so many times in like when I've gone to go get haircuts, like people will always use this girl as a reference. Don't even know who she is, but like I've seen this referenced a lot. Did I ever get catcalled? So I'm mostly left alone when I'm out in public. No one talks to me. They look like shags. I feel like shags look so different. Like shags are. Oh, that's a shag hair. See, this is a problem with wolf cuts, and like shags look the same. They're just more like. I hate the words. I hate the saying this. Edgy. Like wolf cuts are more whimsical. I think looking like. Shags are more like punky, edgy. I hate saying these words. Like, I don't know, rural. I don't know how to say it. Rural maybe. Like I don't know. Something about wolf cuts. Depending on the wolf cut, depending on the hairstyle, I don't know. Wolf cuts are just long hair. That's pretty much it. That's like what they're defined as. I show your photos reference. Someone like I actually got someone like DM'd me on Instagram, and like I have to find this. I got catcalled on my way to Mexico at the border. I got a DM from this like dude, and he was like, "Oh, bro, this guy like used you as reference in this like this haircut." I gotta find it. At like three like 15, I gotta head out. So like in an hour. So I figured I would do a stream for a bit. I gotta find this video though. Grow my goatee out? Definitely not. Ah, dude, I gotta find it. It was pretty fire. Like this dude, like it's this video of this guy getting a haircut and then showing a picture of on my fashion elitist account. How often do I get my haircut? So it's been about 3 to 4 months since my haircut that I got last time. But that's usually it's all dependent on your hair and your hair growth. I personally like to get haircuts every 3 to 4 months. Here it is.
Years now, and I haven't cut it since coming to Japan because I was kind of scared of Japanese barbers, but it's been getting very annoying. So I kind of want to do like the front short, like a wolf cut, but I still want to keep like the long hair.
You want to keep the length?
You can take some off from the length, but if possible, I would like to keep as much length as possible because it was quite an effort to get here.
How much can I have? Like this?
Yeah. Anything like below the ears.
This side?
Yeah, like this. The idea was having.
It's literally me.
Might be open.
あんなからして大丈夫です。
Like literally me. I wonder if he's a follower. Is he following me? I think he is. But well, like this is his hair. Like it looks pretty good. Like they did a decent job. I mean, soft wolf. I was doing bicep curls. Dude, I used to be like decently huge. I actually, so funny enough, I was talking about this the other day too, like with my friends. Yeah, I have friends, you know. I got friends. I have this picture of me when I think I was, how old was I? I think I was like 19, 20. I think I was 19, 20 possibly. I have this picture of me like flexing. I was 198 pounds in this picture. If I can find it. Um, this might be insane to like. This might be an insane picture, actually. Let me try and find this picture. 'Cause I was really young when I took this picture, but I was pretty diced. Not even diced, I just was like big, kind of. I don't even know, like, I feel like my interpretation of what huge is now is like very skewed. I have this picture. What am I drinking? Drinking coffee. Was my max bench? I have the weakest bench like known to man. History wise, weakest bench. I think I was like floor pressing a lot. I wasn't the I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of my lifts, like in terms of like lifting, I wasn't insane. Like I was doomed from the start. My chest is like my weakest point, but my back and my legs were like the biggest, like my strongest body parts, and then it went biceps, and then it went chest. Chest was my weakest point. And most men tend to have like their chest being like their biggest body, I guess, point, or where they're really they're built there really strong, but it was just my back. It's my back and my legs. I'm trying to find this picture. I'm not trying to gatekeep or anything. I'm trying to find this picture. I'm locked in. I should have just saved it. It's literally just a picture of me posing, being a douchebag. And then when after that point, like that's when I was like bulking. I hit 198, then I was like so close to 200, 197, I don't remember. And then it just continued getting bigger and bigger. What year was this? This is 2021. I was like bulking. Like my legs were pretty big. I had like 30-inch thighs at that point. I was bulking then. See, this was like during like close to quarantine, right? 2021? Or was this during quarantine? 2020 was quarantine, right? I think my legs were shrunk then. Yeah, here it is. My legs are a lot smaller in that picture, actually. Because that was either after quarantine or during. Small legs. I had really small legs in that picture because I lost all my weight. This is a picture when I was bulking. So, April 3rd, I was 198 pounds, whole different person. Literal douchebag. Like, I had the colored hair, like... Wonder if I need to like, dude, whole different guy. But yeah, like 198 pounds. This is when I was bulking, so I was like getting size. Dude, yeah, NutriShop, yeah, Los Angeles. Ow. Literally hit my... Yeah, I was like... Oh, I actually like this image, okay. Yeah, I was decent, I don't know. That's like a whatever, like... I need to get bigger. I had really... I don't know. Another douchebag picture. Really bad, like, I think I was 2 something in this picture. But, like, I was going to the gym pretty consistently. Trying to, at least. Well, I was. But I went from... I went from that to what I am now. Like, I'm a lot skinnier now, because I think at that point when I was around 240 pounds, I was like, yeah, I need to lose weight because I can't fit clothes anymore. And the style like that I was going for wasn't going to be that welcoming to someone who's 240. Have I always been that big? What was I at my biggest? I was 240 or like 230, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. Not really. I wonder, I don't think I have any pictures of, like, I was really insecure, weirdly enough. I've always been, but like when I was like getting bigger, I didn't really film too much of me doing anything. Unfortunately, like there was only some pictures of me when I was that size at like 240, and I don't have them anymore. Like it is what it is. But yeah, I like was pretty big. I was gonna start a cut during so quarantine occurred. I don't know if I even talked about this, but like during quarantine, the gym shut down and I couldn't go to the gym anymore, and that's when I was gonna start my cut. And I was like already like I was deadlifting four plates and 25s on each side. I don't know what that is calculated in my brain. Raw wasn't the only thing I was using was straps to keep it conventional. I wouldn't even use a belt. And I was doing that for reps. I was squatting 315 for reps for I think 8, and like I was like doing 235, 2 plates and a 35 for paused wide stance squats. It's very tongue twisting thing. And then at that point, I was getting really close to benching 2 plates. I was doing a lot of floor press. I was at a plate and 35. So I was like, my strength is now becoming pretty average for a person. Like that's like intermediate level weight class in terms of like strength. But being around, I was like, I say I'm 240, but I was like around 235, close to almost 240. But I was 235. That's not that impressive. Like all that weight is just double of what I am, and that's not impressive by any standard. And if there's any lifters in here, like you would understand what I'm saying. But like by any standard, it's not that impressive. Like I should be lifting way more than that, especially at like that size. But I put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, was doing well. Then I was like, okay, it's time to cut. Then floor press, it was a paused floor press. So the whole point of like my routine was to build strength because I was really weak. I was running this program where I was doing a 3-day split, and in between I would do accessory work. So I would then do another chest routine somewhere in between. So yeah, and I still do that now, but it worked well for me. So the 3-day routine was like A, B, A. So it was like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. It was full body. Then in between like Tuesdays and Thursdays, Saturday, Sunday, like Sunday would be rest day. But in between those days, I would specifically do accessory work of muscle groups that I felt were like underdeveloped, like my chest or muscles like my arms. And I would work that out a lot. And that's like kind of where I went from all that, yeah. Just shape your hair the way you want if you don't try to do something different. Newman, I don't know who you're talking to. Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody in chat? What music do I listen to? If you click on my link tree on my Instagram, I have my Spotify link, so that question can be easily answered. How do you deal with soreness and going and doing your daily activities? So I recently had surgery done, if anyone remembers me talking about that prior or a while ago, but I'm barely getting back into the gym again. Quite sore. I've been actually going, I've been going quite insane in terms of how I've been lifting. But for the most part, it's kind of hard. I mean, your body starts adapting to your process of like how you work out. So over time, you'll recover a bit different. You'll get more used to you exercising so difficult, and you won't be so sore. But when you first start, or when you're starting to go even more insane, more zany, then you do experience a lot of fatigue, and that's kind of like what I was experiencing. So you might have to intake your carb level, your carbs for energy. I usually would eat a little bit more carbs if I'm going a little bit more intense, especially if I know I have a full day of like doing things, which I usually don't. So yeah. Do I plan on changing my clothing style? No. Oh, what's your ethnicity? Come on, Vaughn, you can guess that. What's my opinion on looks maxing? I think looks maxing is just it's just a terminology. It's a term used to help like kids or boys to feel okay with taking care of themselves. But it gets to there gets to a point where you start fixating on very certain things that you can't necessarily fix, and it's a cope. Like bone maxing is insane. Like, I don't know, that's stupid. Skin maxing, like you're getting a skincare routine, like it's dumb. Like you just have to accept like what you're doing is good and not hop on the train. I think also the main problem with like all these little like micro terminologies to define certain things creates a vacuum where then people can start giving misinformation because we tend to believe people on the internet, unfortunately, because it's like your buddy telling you advice and then they give you the wrong advice and you take it because you don't know any better. Like when I was younger, when I was really young, like, and I didn't know how to take care of my skin, I was like getting acne. I would go to someone like that, like was a buddy of mine, and dude, these like okay, white people are insane. Like I'm not hating on like just white people, but like there is a lot of my white friends that I have, which tends to be weirdly enough a few of them, they'll use bar soap on their face and don't break out, and that's what cured their acne. It's insane. So like back in the day, I had this white friend that like was a little bit older than me. I was a freshman in high school and he was a senior. We're like buddies, and I had asked him, like, I'm like, you have clear skin, like I'm starting to break out, like how did you stop that from happening? And he was like, oh, you just this is what you do. You go to your sink, scalding hot water, you put it all over your face, and then use bar soap. And the scalding hot water opens your pores, and you'll get all the bar soap, and then you'll clean it. And that's what I started doing, and it caused the worst effects on my skin in my life. Knowing that now, I would I'd murder myself. I don't think I can say that on stream. I'd kill this young man. It like murders your skin. It like destroys your skin if you're using scalding hot water on your face. You do not want to do that. It's the worst thing you could do. I don't know why I took his advice. But like you just think that it's going to work because you see their skin, you believe them. So bad. I was talking to my friend this literally yesterday. My friend was telling me when he was in high school, the thing he would do was he would get detergent, washing like laundry detergent, and use it on his face, and he said it was fine. His skin got like, it was insane. Welcome, Hayden. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Also, when I was younger, like when I was 18 and I was like lifting like pretty intensely, I started developing on my like, okay, I guess I have to do this arm. On this arm, like there was this blood vessel in like around my forearm area, like here, and it would bulge, right? And it over some time it started being very painful to work out. So I was like, maybe I need to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor with my family because I explained that to my dad. I was like, "Yo, Dad, I've been working out. I'm getting pain in my forearm. It seems to be a vein. I don't really know what it is. It's very painful." No, my friend who was doing this he was Dominican. He's Dominican and he was using laundry detergent on his face. He was using like a Fabuloso bar. It's insane. I don't know how the man lives, but he's clear skin. Also, the man doesn't use conditioner. He just shampoos his hair every day. I had a long conversation with this fella yesterday, but anyway, I go to the doctor's. I'm 18. Am I 18? Yeah, I'm 18. I go to the doctor's. I'm 18. He's like, "Oh, this is bad," and I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" Like, because he went through a bunch of diagnostics, like doing tests and stuff. He's like, "Okay, let's They took me into this room and they put like this cream on my forearm, and they use this like basically like I would like if I was pregnant, one of those ultrasounds. They did an ultrasound on my arm, and they found a blood clot in my vein, and it was traveling up my vein, and it was in I think one of the main arteries in or something where it was going to, like he said, if this continues to travel up your arm and you start feeling more pain further up, this is traveling to your heart, which then can cause death. Can cause a lot of problems with your heart. Essentially, he was saying like, we don't know how this is even occurring and how you're even getting it. So he was like, we'd like to put your son on blood thinners, but he's too young. He's like really young. Way too young to be on blood thinners, because that would help, but he's not old enough. So they were just like, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to just continue to work out. Working out's actually helping you. He was like, I know it's very painful to work out, but working out's actually helping you, because what it does is when you work out, your veins get larger, and it will allow the clot to kind of decipher through like the veins and like get broken up. But if you don't work out, what ends up happening is it's going to clog, and more blood cells will then start getting trapped and causing more damage. Or getting more of a bigger clot. So he was like, continue to work out. If you feel the pain surging, like going higher or higher, like up your arm, you come back immediately, and we're going to have to solve this issue. If it stays in that same place or it vanishes completely, then you're fine. So I had to continue working out with like, it was so painful to work out. But at some point when I was working out, it was fine. It'd be like maybe like 20 minutes of pain, and then it would vanish and I would be fine. And then, as the week progressed, I was doing better, and then it completely was gone. They like did another ultrasound on my arm, and like the blood clot was gone. So working out technically saved my life. I had to work out. That was a prescription that this doctor gave me pretty much to work out. But I really don't know what caused the blood clot. Like, I genuinely feel like maybe it was like the pre-workout that I was taking when I was that young, but I don't really know. How did I style my hair today? Literally just water, and I woke up. Should have asked for a perk. I don't understand why people like the like, it's just in the light, it looks decent, but like if I go outside, it won't look good. I don't know. I might be wrong. But I'm getting a haircut though. Nonetheless, I need to get a maintenance cut. Sometimes my hair looks good, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. Yoji. Just don't go outside. I have to go. I have to get a haircut. That's the plot. That is the plot. I've never smelled Yoji perfumes, but recently I've been like really into this one fragrance from Ortho Paris. They make Teroni. There's this other fragrance that I want though. What are some accessories I can throw on when in a rush? Rings, necklaces, a bag? I don't know, my guy. How do you manage hair above sideburns growing too much? Do you cut it yourself? I don't. I let it grow. That's the thing. You don't cut your hair like you when you're growing your hair out. You have to have a plan and an envisionment of what you're trying to get. My envisionment is to grow it out again to like how it used to be. So why would I cut the sides? Like, you need the length. Like, this is down to my like below my jawline. So I have to like, you got to keep growing it. Is it snowing? Oh, it is. It's snowing outside. I'm gonna be walking in snow quite soon, unfortunately. Yeah, what do you do when you're too sad to want to put on clothes? I think you gotta ask yourself why you're sad. I only use one I've been using Olaplex, but I think Redken All Soft is the best thing. Is my hair silky or just wet? It's dry now. I think it's just shine from the light, unfortunately. My hair isn't like, it's just the lighting. Believe it or not. Am I gonna stream the haircut? No, I'm not gonna walk around New York City with an iPhone pointed in my face. Definitely would not do that. Is OA better than Olaplex? No. I think Olaplex is good, but I think Olaplex still is really good though. But you don't need Olaplex though. It's a very healthy way to approach sadness. I mean, I think like when I'm sad, I try and ask myself why I feel sad and like reflect on what that could be and then what can I do to minimize the sadness. I mean, if it's something that I can do that I can take action, then yeah, like go for a walk. Sometimes walking helps. Go talk to a friend. Mention you're feeling down and then maybe they're willing to talk to you. If you have good friends, they'd be willing to talk to you about what's going on with life. Like, you have so many tools where if you just let it fester, you're not going to get anywhere with sadness will always win if you let it just fester. Because then you just get in a slump. You sit in bed. You're all cuddled up. Feels nice to be in it. But it's like, it's not good. You know you should be going out. You should be doing things. The most NY thing I've seen. I don't know. Favorite Yoji piece? Probably my asymmetrical coat that is actually back there. I know it is snowing right now. Who's from NYC in chat right now? Do I co-wash with Olaplex every day? Yes. I'm trying to finish the bottle. I'm not from Canada. You and Tim should meet up one day and mog everyone. Tim who? You're from New Jersey. Oh, upstate. I was in Scarsdale for Christmas actually. Thoughts on communism? The one thing that I will say that's been bothering me recently is it unhealthy for your hair to use conditioner each day to co-wash? No, you're fine. My thing that I've been like toiling with in my brain recently That's been bothering me, right? I'm gonna zoom in. I want to sit back. The thing that's been bothering me recently is the weird classifications that we're starting to see, especially on TikTok with all the cores and aesthetics, have been pissing me off. Like, so many of these people like don't understand or realize that like all these classifications and terminologies are like so minuscule that they're made specifically to force people to purchase these little objects that then can acquire you into like a core aesthetic that is being used. And it's not helpful by any means. Like, nothing about Goblin Core, like, I've heard the stupidest stuff. Like, it's insane. And I don't understand how people don't see how it's like, it's not trivial, but it's like, it's based off rudimentary ideas. Like, business core specifically is, if you wear a tie in any outfit, it's business core. That is stupid. There is no, it's not built on a belief system. It's not based off an idea. It's not based off a an actual like genre. It's just based off a item that is being worn. If that's not like hyper communistic, like, I don't know what is. Communism. It makes people like consumeristic, like, oh, I'm a part of, what's it, Coquette Core? That's Coquette. Like, if I put bows on something, now it's coquette. Like, stupid. Sorry, it's capitalism. I'm sorry. Very capitalistic. Coquette. It's based in capitalism. Like, these terminologies used to help people define like genres, or trying to define genres based off a rudimentary idea, is only based to help people purchase products. So it's like, I don't even know what Goblin Core is. Like, I've seen so many young people use this as an excuse to be like, well, what am I supposed to look up? Like, if I'm trying to look for a certain core or aesthetic. Like, aesthetic is built on physically looking like something, like the physical nature of something that's nice to look at. And to me, that defeats what like style and fashion is. Like, fashion's built on life experience, like cultures, a belief in something, or your own beliefs in how you dress, and obviously self-expression. But like, all those things combined come with experience, life experience, that you can't just get in something that's built on a very like trivial idea. Like, that is not how that works. Cores and aesthetics are destroying what fashion is to put people on to buying more things, because people just want things instantly. That's all they want. It took me like, from when I was 18 to 20, like a few years to figure out like what style I really like. And I'm not that like, I'm not that complacent when it comes to like picking and choosing certain things. I'm very opinionated, and that's like how I've been. So like, I don't have a hard time or struggling to figure out what I like, because I know myself pretty well. So I had an easier time than most people in finding my style. And then I started building. I'm 25 now, and I've only like, continued to garner more of an appreciation for my own style, but it takes time. And when people are seeing like the end progress, they want to achieve that faster. It's the same thing with the gym. When I was younger, I always thought like, oh, maybe like taking these fat burning pills will get me 6 packs. Like, it's diet, exercise, and discipline. Like, those are the 3 things you can't just get instantly. Of course, you can take steroids, and like that damages your body, and like there's a huge thing for that in the gym culture now currently with like all these young people. But if I would compare it to like fashion now, like, it's the same thing. Everything's built on a very capitalistic and predatory nature currently, that it's causing a lot of people to think that they're being smart by being okay with these like certain things, like, oh, I'm so much more intelligent than the average person because I'm allowing myself to be roped in by these dumb ideas, these rudimentary ideas that are not built on anything. It's just built on hopefully that I want to label myself this and then go and purchase that thing so then I feel happy with what I've purchased. It's so capitalistic and it's stupid. Like, of course we're all in a capitalistic nature and we all purchase things, of course, but if there's no intent with what you're buying, what are you doing? People say I have intent because I'm buying into a core and aesthetic, but you're not, because you're being manipulated by like the masses. It's ridiculous. As humans, we want to belong, and aesthetics make it easier. We as humans want to feel like we belong in a community. We want to feel like we're a part of something and a group. So if a group groups up and starts stating that insert this is okay or that is fine, like this is what's going on, it is an easier time for people to then feel, compulsive to go and get into those things, to go and belong in that community. And it feels good because people are welcoming, open hand. But like the thing is, like, life in the world that we live in it's built on a lot of lies. And like, if you're just someone who's just not being deliberate with the way you think, you're going to be trapped in a loop of like internal like damage. Like, you're not going to feel good. You might feel fine for like the time being, but as you continue to like grow in that constant cycle of buying stuff, you'll never feel happy. You'll be trying to constantly attain something, but you won't attain anything. Like, I'm happy with like what I've purchased, what I get. Like, and if I buy something new, it's like one thing every so often. I don't need to constantly fill the void with a cycle of purchase, showcase, then live it, then throw it out. Like, that is the cycle that people go through. And it's like mostly for either social media. It's stupid. Like, I think it's so cool when people have a set, like, I've been outfit repeating like so often. Like, I'll wear the same outfit, I'll change like a few things on it, but I feel so great doing that, and I'm fine with it. So many people have this like idea that they need to like build a new outfit, have a new wardrobe, have new things to feel like they're on top of something, and they see fashion in this very very competitive nature. Competitive, Jesus Christ. I think social media is harmful for the younger generation. I grew up, I mean, I'm not that old, but like, I grew up when like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff were like starting to become more of a thing. And I grew up in the time when influencers weren't even a thing until they became a thing, and then it was not that attainable. Being an influencer was not attainable. I didn't even think that I could be a YouTuber. Like, being on like getting in being a YouTuber, 100,000 subscribers is insane. Now it's nothing. It's something to scoff at. Like, everyone has 100K. Who cares? Sure, it's like still like, it's still respected in a greater sense, like having 100K, but it's not like that insane anymore. A million's more insane. Like, and it keeps going up in numbers, and I guarantee you in a few more years it's going to be higher. That next marker it's not going to be a million. A million's like, everyone has that. 100K is like 10K. 10K used to be like 10K used to feel like 100K. 100K used to feel like a million. A million now is like getting 100K back in the day. 10K is like getting 1,000 on YouTube. People are ungrateful. Like, we're all ungrateful. We always feel the need to try and get more. And like, at the time when it was like very small, like people were all small, being on social media was kind of like a very niche thing. Now everyone's on social media. Everyone's an influencer. Everyone is known for doing something. And so, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are dumb. Like, there's so many, like, I could yap on about this because like it makes me really angry. But like, the thing about influencers in this day are entitled. They feel like they amount to something when they really don't. You're built on a system of most likely lies. Like, why would like the thing with like a lot of influencers, and I will tell you this right now, if you find these, they live sad lives. Like imagine being known for like there's like there's specific people that are just known for queefing. Like that's what you built your legacy on, your idea of your brand. Like come on. And they keep going back to that same thing because they were known for doing that. Like you don't want to blow up for something so stupid and then continue to like live off that gag, right? You want to evolve into something further, like if you can. But a lot of the times people go back into playing into what they're being known for. And I remember when I got on the internet, I didn't want to have like a viral video that came out of something stupid that I did or something funny and just be known as that's that guy, or like do the thing, I want to see that thing. And it's just like everything. Yeah, I know, like fashion, yeah, I blew up for hair and fashion, but like those are the two things I like. But it's like so general. Like if I blew up for my monotone voice or like my looks, like I wouldn't feel happy with what I've gained because I didn't feel like I worked too much for that. Like people, it's like the most useless things that people get popular off of, and they continue to go back into that gag. I think it's sad. It's just like a monkey pandering to like an audience. Like people are using you as a form of entertainment. It's the same thing with like lolcows. Like the whole lolcow thing. Like, come on. I've seen like there's like dudes on TikTok, like specifically, it's TikTok a lot of the times because they're always like very large. There's this one dude who's like known for like using a drone and then dancing, and like that's his whole bit. Like that's what you want to be known for. Like you don't want to be known for like your ideas or like things you've stated on the internet. Like things that are a little bit more respectful. I think being stupid and silly on the internet, being cringe is like cool. Like, but if that's all you amount to, like you need to do better. Like there needs to be more to that. Because human being everyone's interesting. It's just people choose not to showcase the interests that they have because they're afraid. So they'd rather just joke around, do something stupid, and then just be known for that, and they're fine with it. And they ride that, they coast it until it dies. Like, if you're that afraid to be opinionated on the internet, to showcase your personality, like, to be who you are, like, actually who you are, not, like, something that's fake, like, what's the point? Because you're selling a fakeness, and I don't appreciate that about the internet, and that's what I hate about the internet. Everything's all like it's reality TV in your hands. Like that's literally what it is. I show you the best angles of myself. I show you I try and be the most relatable when I live in a multi-million-dollar home. I try to like, it's like all these things don't correlate. Sure, I mean maybe at some point I might be at a point where I'm not living I'm living not the best right now, but I'm still in an apartment and stuff. But like maybe at some point later I'll be like living in a better like situation. But like why would I try and play the idea that like I'm not well off, you know? Like I think that's ridiculous. It's rich people cosplaying. That's like what it is. I'm technically underground. I'm not big. I don't agree. If I could become rich doing stupid ass videos, I would. I think it depends on people's like the thing about me is like I have integrity. I have like I respect myself too much to be known as like doing something stupid and being the butt end of the joke. Like there's people that are like that are just like that are pretty cool, like I guess like for doing something stupid. But it's just like I don't want that to be my one and only thing that I'm known for. The guy that did that thing. Like I want to be seen as like a human being. Like as someone, oh, like this guy shared his thoughts on the internet about like stupid fashion things, and like that's what I'm known for. I'd rather be known for that. Or the guy that had nice hair and he just whatever. I'd rather that than me like farting in a cup and it explodes or something. Like the pink sauce lady. Yeah, and she fumbled that too. Like the new hair. I might stream if I get back. I feel like you would do a good pig squeak or fry scream. I don't know. That was just the one thing that popped in my brain. It's sad when small, genuine content creators get attention, they sell themselves out and lose all individually to farm views. I think it's cause like I'll be honest, like if there's been a lot of times where I've could have like sold out and made like a decent buck plenty of times, especially throughout the time frame that I've been on the internet, but like again, like I'd rather struggle than know that like I took these cuts in my life that I'd feel horrible about later. Not everyone is like that though. I mean, a lot of people are willing to just do it because it's like, why not? I don't know. People just don't think long term. People are thinking about the short term. I just personally don't want to be known for the guy that like talked crap about Shein and then did a Shein deal for like $10,000. Talked crap about like Zara and did a Zara deal for another $10,000. Sure, the money's nice and quick, but at what cost? There's a cost for everything. That's what I ask myself all the time. At what cost? You can be stupid on the internet. You can make jokes and like that's just if that's a part of your personality, that's fine. I make jokes on the internet too. I make people angry on the internet. That's just a part of who I am. I'm an instigator. I've always been an instigator. But to do something that's like not who I am because I know it'll work, it's not worth it. I saw people calling themselves being punk, but being horrible people. Yeah, I don't know. I think this industry, like, it creates individuals that they lose sense of self for the possibility of fame, or they get fame, and they're just not happy. Like there's dudes that like they got very famous off like TikTok and whatever for thirst trapping, for playing into their looks, for commodifying themselves. Dudes. And like did TikTok dances for like teenagers to like fawn over, like have them fawn over them. And then now they build a career on that. And then they're like getting into fashion or trying to get into fashion, like moving elsewhere with their image, but like they will always forever be known as the person that thirst trapped on TikTok. That is just something how it is. Thanks for the 15. It's your boy. Have to show some appreciation for you spitting absolute fact. You're spitting like prime MJ. Thank you for not only for quality work, but honestly, big bro, you are him. Thanks for all the help. Frugal collab. I feel like Frugal's like running out of ideas with fashion. I don't have any favorite fashion influencers. This is just a philosophy of mine. If you're creating something and you become fans of others, you will never amount to anything. And I'm not saying you can't appreciate other people's work, but if you become fans of people, it won't work out for you. You have to be a fan of yourself. Always. Because you'll start copying the people that you're fans of. You'll become like less individualistic. Public freak out at H&M. This is like genuine. This is genuine advice. Like genuine advice. Genuine advice for everybody that's like a creative or anything in any field. At some point, you have to ditch the idea of being a fan of people. You have to understand that people are just people with some sort of creativeness behind them, but you have to not be fans of people. You have to be a fan of yourself first and continue to push yourself to move forward. You have to be above mentally, but obviously don't like grow an ego thinking you're better than everybody. I have an ego check all the time. Like I'm so insecure. Ridiculously insecure. I don't think I could ever. I don't get imposter syndrome. I'm just immensely insecure, and that's like something that will never like depart from me ever. But like I know mentally that like I would never put myself in a position where I feel like I'm fans of other people. There's a difference between being a fan and appreciating other people's work. Like a great philosopher said, if you're a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. Kanye stayed in Grateful State, though. Please don't sell yourself out. I don't think I will. I think I'm far from doing that. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out wording for that. I have a lot of quotes for a lot of different things that I've said in passing with people, but I'm still trying to figure out how to like really state that. It's snowing right now too, and I gotta walk in that. It's gonna be awesome. People just know that like anything that you do. I also don't believe that like. I don't know. Fashion leaders, how did you and Kay get to know each other? I met her at a coffee shop. Believe it or not. Out in Pasadena. In passing. This is pre-COVID. She met me when I was like uber confident. Crazy confident. I was back when I was like a different person. Whole different person. What is the end game for the Fashion Elitist channel, Lauren? I don't know. I mean, I like knowing that like I have versatility with what I decide to do. Like I don't have to always talk fashion, you know? I know like I built my brand on fashion, but I like other things. And I'm glad other people can appreciate the other things I like hair and skin. At some point, I do want to do skincare stuff. I mean, I did fragrances. Like, that was fun. It's really fun for me to make fragrance videos. I get to, like, have more, I guess, more freedom with what I decide to do. Like, I'm not trapped in a loop of talking about sneakers, boots, and fashion philosophy. Like, I can talk about hair. Talk about skin. Can talk about glasses. How to find glasses. You know, there's all these things, like, even lifting, like, I could talk about weightlifting if I chose to do it, and I think people would appreciate it. Like, I'm in a spot, in a position that, like, the sky's the limit. I'm sure people would appreciate, I mean, people like my hair stuff better than my fashion stuff, like, I'm gonna be honest. People like, if I made a skincare routine, like, video, like, people would like that more. People like the fragrance video more than most of my other fashion videos that I decide to do. Like, these are things that, like, people would prefer me to, like, make, you know? So, I don't really like watches, so. I actually don't really like watches. Skincare and lifting, Angel, would go wild. Yeah, I've been this year's gonna be a lot different than last year. I plan on doing a lot more different things with this channel. I mean, I'm working on that hair video. I have more interest right now in not fashion related things, but believe it or not, I will still continue to make fashion stuff, depending on how angry I get, depending on the context. But yeah. Watches are for dorks with money and no style. I feel like wearing a black gives the feeling of confidence, but also hides what you feel behind the black. Sort of everything, nothing at the same time. I know there's a lot of watch slander. I just don't like watches. I don't know. I do gotta go now. I gotta go get my hair cut in the snow. Menswear way too much. I think watches could be cool. Just depends. Same thing with sneakerheads. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a workout video at some point. Ooh. When that happens, if that happens. I'm not that large, fellas. Like, I'm not a big guy. Compared to like all my other counterparts in the scene, like my biceps, like I could be so much larger if I could be. Like this is very small comparably. Like I need to get bigger triceps if I could, probably the posing better. I mean, like the only thing I really got going is like bigger forearm. Like I have pretty huge forearms. But like, other than that, like my biceps pretty mid, shoulders are pretty mid. Like my triceps aren't the greatest either. I'm not that big. I'm also 6'2", but you know, I've gone a lot skinnier in since I've been, but 997 pounds right now. I'm gonna continue to lose weight, but we'll see. Anyways, fellas, I'm gonna go get my haircut. I'm ending stream. I will definitely join back to talk more after I get my haircut and video styling, whatever. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later.